Throughout history, tales of great leaders and visionaries, prophets and revolutionaries have often included a common adversary, the battle with temptation, especially that of lust. The notion that forces of darkness, an enemy, target those who are set apart, the so called chosen ones, with temptation is not new. It is echoed in spiritual, religious, and philosophical texts around the world. But why is lust such a potent weapon in the arsenal of adversity? Why do those marked for greatness seem to be especially vulnerable to this particular challenge? To understand this, we must look deeply at the intersection of human nature, spiritual development, and the unique role of chosen ones. In every human heart resides the capacity for immense good and also for struggle. Lust, simply put, is an intense desire or craving, most often, but not always related to sexual longing. On the surface, it may seem like nothing more than a natural drive. But in many traditions, lust is seen as a distortion of love, a force that can cloud judgment, corrupt motives, and lead people astray from higher purposes. Its power lies in its ability to hijack the most intimate parts of our being, diverting focus from soul deep fulfillment to fleeting physical gratification. The so called enemy, whatever name one gives it, be it Satan, negativity, or ego, often uses lust as a weapon because it attacks at the root of personal integrity and purity. For people who are chosen, who carry a sense of calling or special purpose, this attack is even more perilous. Their journeys often require discipline, vision, a high degree of responsibility, and the ability to inspire or influence others. When lust overpowers such a person, the resulting fall can have wide ranging repercussions. Reputations are destroyed, trust is broken, and movements can falter. The enemy targets chosen ones strategically. Unlike more ordinary temptations, lust infiltrates the mind and heart, cloaking itself as love or need. Consider the stories of figures like Samson, whose downfall was precipitated by his entanglement with Delilah, or King David, whose mighty reign was disrupted by his desire for Bathsheba. These ancient narratives are not merely moral tales for moral's sake. They are warnings that the greater the calling, the stronger the temptation to be pulled off course. Chosen ones are often under greater scrutiny and experience deeper loneliness. The sense of being different, set apart, or misunderstood can create emotional voids that craving seeks to fill. Lust masquerades as a shortcut to intimacy, a way to numb the ache of isolation or to escape the weight of responsibility. In these vulnerable moments, the enemy whispers that surrendering to desire is harmless or even deserved. But the aftermath tells another story, a loss of clarity, shame, distorted relationships, and the potential derailment of one's mission. Let us consider, too, the unique vulnerabilities of chosen ones. Higher expectations are placed on them, not just by others but by themselves. This sometimes leads to the suppression of natural desires, a practice that paradoxically can make temptation even more fierce when it arrives. When the pressure mounts and self-doubt creeps in, lust becomes a tempting avenue for comfort. It promises quick relief but delivers lasting regret. Furthermore, lust is a uniquely isolating force. Unlike other appetites, which can be satisfied in community or in constructive ways, guess, lust is often shrouded in secrecy. It thrives in the shadows, away from accountability, dialogue, or healing. This secrecy is precisely why chosen ones, who often operate in environments that espouse virtue or leadership, become such ripe targets. The shame and fear associated with their failings can prevent them from reaching out for support, leaving them more deeply ensnared. On a deeper level, when lust overtakes a chosen one, the enemy is not merely attacking an individual. It is seeking to contaminate the message, the movement, or the community that person leads. The discrediting of a single leader or influencer often ripples outward, sowing doubt, discouragement, and division among followers. This amplifies the impact far beyond the personal struggle, demonstrating why this weapon is so frequently wielded against those with a mission. But why, specifically, is lust so effective? The answer lies in its appeal to immediate gratification and its blinding of long-term vision. Chosen ones, by nature of their calling, are required to look ahead, to steer by a sense of destiny or higher purpose. Lust narrows the field of vision, collapsing the broader context of one's life into the single moment of desire. It whispers, "Forget the future. This is all that matters." In that tunnel of focus, the voice of conscience, wisdom, and experience fades. What makes the battle with lust even more insidious is that it does not begin as outright corruption. Instead, it starts with small compromises, a lingering thought, a secret glance, an unchecked fantasy. Over time, these tiny allowances accumulate, eroding resolve and blurring moral boundaries. The enemy is patient, knowing that a significant fall rarely happens all at once. By slowly chipping away at self discipline, lust brings chosen ones to a place where their actions no longer reflect their ideals. Still, the story does not end here. Within every challenge lies the seed of opportunity. If lust can be used as a tool for destruction, it can also serve as a catalyst for self knowledge and transformation. Chosen ones, precisely because they are tested greatly, can develop the deepest reserves of strength and wisdom. The struggle forces them to confront their humanity fully, to seek help, to cultivate humility, and to establish accountability. In doing so, they become living proof that weakness can be turned into strength. Throughout history, those who have overcome such trials often rise to even greater heights. Their hard won integrity and authenticity make them more effective, more compassionate, more resilient. The enemy's greatest weapon, then, can become the very thing that drives the chosen one into deeper alignment with their purpose. Prevention and preparation are essential. Chosen ones must recognize the inevitability of temptation, not as a sign of failure, but as a feature of the journey. Wisdom lies in understanding triggers, setting boundaries, and nurturing relationships rooted in genuine love and respect, not secrecy or shame. Community plays a vital role, for isolation is the enemy's terrain. Finding trustworthy allies, mentors, or peers with whom one can be honest, vulnerable, and accountable creates a protective barrier. Ultimately, lust is a reminder of the profound complexity of human nature, the interplay between sacred longing and base urge, between callings and cravings. It is a battleground because it touches the source of life and creativity, making it a point of profound vulnerability, but also potentially tremendous growth. The enemy targets lust not simply to destroy but to distort. It aims to turn a chosen one's gifts inward, making them serve self rather than others or higher purposes. By understanding this strategy, chosen ones can stay vigilant, turning obstacles into stepping stones and pain into purpose. So, why does the enemy use lust to attack chosen ones? Because it strikes at the heart of what it means to be human, to desire, to long for connection, to seek pleasure. But in targeting these, the enemy hopes to rob chosen ones of what is most precious: their clarity of vision, their purity of heart, and their power to lead. The battle is real, but so too is the possibility of victory. Through awareness, discipline, and the courage to seek help, chosen ones not only protect themselves, they become examples of transformation and hope, embodying the very qualities they were chosen to bring into the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos.